Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyana. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavatveshinim. O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudevasutam devam kansachanuramardhanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. So with Sri Krishna's grace, we continue our reading of Dhyana Yoga, the 6th chapter, the Yoga of Meditation, and today it is the 20th verse. From 20th verse, Sri Krishna is going to tell us other indications that happen with the yogi as he gets into the advanced state of meditations. What he actually gains after meditation. Once he reaches that stage of meditation with full concentration, unwavering mind is fully controlled, and the outgoing senses, they are totally under the control of one's mind. What happens? And in the 19th Shloka, Sri Krishna had given that beautiful example of the unflickering flame of the lamp as kept in the windless place. As yatha dipo nivatastho nengate sopama spruta. Like the lamp which is kept in a windless place, there is no wind moving around. The entire atmosphere is still. There is no wind going to disturb that serene flame. It is unflickering. It is just steady and glowing to its fullest glory. So, yatha dipo nivatastho negate sopama spruta. That is the example which normally is given for the yogis who get into the state of deep meditation. Unflickering flame. Yogino yata chittasya yunjato yoga-ātmanaṁ. And under this condition, in the state of this deep meditation, the mind of the yogi, the mind of that spiritual aspirant is fully under his control. It will never go here and there. It won't go towards the four different directions, east, west, north, south, up, down, nothing. It is just steadied on the one pointed self within himself or within herself. Yunjato yoga-ātmanaṁ. And as he is practicing this yoga, this meditation, that is what the yogi ultimately realizes. The yogi ultimately achieves as the deep meditation. And when the yogi attains this state of deep meditation, what are the other advancements that he gets into? He or she, that aspirant, what are those advancements that a yogi, that the person advanced in the state of meditation gets into? So this is the 20th verse, Sri Krishna telling us about other indications of advancement in yoga by the spiritual aspirant. Yatroparamate chittaṁ niruddhaṁ yoga-sevayā yatra chaivātmanātmānaṁ paśhyann ātmani tuṣhyati. Yatra uparamate chittaṁ. Yatra, where, when. Uparamate is attains quietude, attains calmness, serene calmness. Uparamate chittaṁ, the mind. Having reached that stage of meditation where the mind is completely under the control of the yogi, that mind attains the ultimate quietude. There are no waves on the surface of the water of that lake. The water is absolutely still, as if. So, the yogi attains the quietitude of the mind, when the calmness of the mind. Niruddhaṁ yoga-sevayā. Niruddhaṁ is restrained. Yoga-sevayā, by the practice of yoga. It is not just sitting once in a while and getting into that state. It doesn't happen. Practice yoga-sevayā. A serious, wholehearted practice of this meditation. When the yogi gets into that continuous practice of meditation, a stage comes when he advances to that state of quietude of the mind, the calmness of the mind, the serenity of the mind. Yatra chaivātmanātmānaṁ. Yatra is again where? Cha and eva, only. Ātmanātmānaṁ, the self by the self. Atmana is the lower self. Ātmanam, the higher self. Paśhyann ātmani tuṣhyati. And when, this is when the yogi reaches the stage where the lower self, having attained, having realized, having seen the higher self, the lower self, atmanam, ātmani, paśhyann tuṣhyati. He is absolutely delighted. The lower self finds the bliss in realizing the higher self, in getting to know, in meeting, in having understood the higher self. So that is what Sri Krishna here tells as the yogi advances on this path of meditation. When the mind, disciplined by the practice of yoga, attains quietude, and when beholding the self, the higher self, by the lower self, he is satisfied in the self, in the higher self. Here the words self is appearing two times. The one word is S small, the lower self, and one is S capital, the higher self. The Jivatman and the Paramatman. Atman is the same. Jivatman is just a small fraction of that Paramatma, the absolute knowledge, existence, bliss, absolute, that Satchidananda. So when this Jivatman, when this small tiny part of that Paramatman, of that big Atman, it realizes, when this tiny self, it beholds the big self of beholds the ultimate self, it just rejoices in the ultimate self, and because the understanding dawns on him, the knowledge dawns on him that this is the ultimate reality, that is the ultimate illumination, enlightenment that the small Jivatman gets on beholding, on realizing the Paramatman. So this is the advanced stage in meditation. He's awestruck, he's wonderstruck that what a beautiful, what a blissful thing I am holding on to. And all this while, all these, this time on the earth, all these different lifespans that I have lived so far away from this Paramatman, attaining, trying to attain enjoyment through external objects, through the sense objects, they are nothing as compared to this holy Atmani, the Holy Spirit, the ultimate. And that is what Sri Krishna is referring to in this 20th shloka. And all through the next few shlok, he is further going to explain to us that what is that greatness, what is that ultimate realization, enlightenment, illumination, the yogi who sets onto this path of meditation, he is going to experience. So this is the first experience that Sri Krishna has taught us, that he gets wonderstruck meeting his elder self, the ultimate self. Oh my God, is it? So this is what happens when we find something much superior to our expectations, and we get awestruck. What is this? Is it real? Yes. That is what happens when the Jivatman, it beholds the Paramatman. Because, and this stage only comes when the mind is quiet. When the yatroparamate chittaṁ, yatroparamate chittaṁ, when the mind is absolutely in its calmest state, in the most serene, quiet mode, no ripples on that surface of water of the lake. It is just plain peace, bliss. At that time, when the lower self beholds the higher self, it just can't resist that temptation of getting into the great bliss. Paśhyann ātmani tuṣhyati. That is the ultimate bliss. That is the ultimate moment of happiness, joy, cheer for the lower self. I am part of this, and all this while I have been running around like a fool, trying to gain enjoyment from all those filthy material world. That is the understanding, that is the enlightenment, that is the illumination the Atman gets, and that is nothing but a path to moksha, a path to liberation. So this is the 20th shloka that Sri Krishna told us about the advancement on this path of meditation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.